And then let's look at the investigations. Now, so far we've been talking about proactive learning. So meaning there is no incident, right? And we want to find precursors of an incident. But can we use this way of thinking after failure? So here, there was, the starting point is identifying root causes is not the most effective approach to investigating accidents, and here is why. On this side, there was an incident. The person was climbing this industrial skip, and they slipped, fell, and broke their ankle. So there was an investigation team put together, and they used 5Y to investigate what happened. And so what they found was that the skip on which the worker was climbing did not have the right access, and so there was learning. The person wasn't paying attention, and they slipped. Okay, that's fine. But when I asked this team to change the question and change the starting point from why did this injury happen to what makes this task difficult, we learned that this is a frequent task. And in fact, on this side, there are 10 different skip models, and 3 of them had the same problem, like the one on which the incident happened. So if we only address the root cause being the original skip and change only that, we would not sufficiently reduce the risk of reoccurrence because people were climbing other skips and 2 other models did not have the right access. Therefore, the risk of a repeat accident would still be fairly high. And so then we've learned that the procurement team that is responsible for leasing those, they didn't have criteria and requirements to use. And so we were able to reduce the number of those models, provide the requirement for what type of access we need, and that helped. But the important point here is that with many root cause and cause and effect analysis tools, you will see the recommendation to exclude from the analysis factors which were not directly contributory to the event. Because you cannot say that 2 other skips with similar design somehow caused this. You cannot. And yet, by doing so, you're actually limiting your ability to reduce the risk. And this is now based on the idea of variability, because people will deal with a lot of different stuff, and the same accident can arise from different combination of different factors. We call it outcome equivalence in safety science. And so this is an important element. And now with this lens that we are talking about, we can go beyond the idea of one thing or one failure and start exploring the context of the situation and why decisions made sense at the time, something that we explored a little bit through the exercises. And the purpose, why the purpose of adaptations and workarounds, the advantages of behaviors that seem to be undesired at the face of it, the error traps, organizational factors, dependencies between different teams, and factors that could result in a similar outcome under different circumstances. You see, this is a different lens. And you would not typically arrive at many of those insights through the cause and effect tools.